The 44th instalment, you know what caught my eye, series? In this edition, I'll be focusing on Nigel after 7 times failing to become an MP. On the 8th attempt, he has finally achieved what he's always set out to achieve since doing this since 1994 to be elected, is to have a seat in the House of Commons. And as a Nigel Farage fan, I'm very pleased with it. He ruffled a few feathers to put a cat among the pigeons and the pigeons among the cats. And Prime Minister's questions will not be boring. It will be watchable, and Nigel will pull in the ratings. People will be watching to see what's Nigel going to say this week. I can't wait for it. Get the popcorn out, get the bunny out and celebrate. And people don't realise that since 1994, Nigel, finished 4th 1 or 2 times, and then 3rd a couple of times, and then last time in 2015. That was last time he stood, and he finished 2nd. So 4th, 3rd, 2nd to 1st. So he's worked his way up the ladder, so to speak. And he got more votes than Keir Starmer did in his own constituency. Right? And Nigel overturned the biggest majority probably in political history and in Clacton history as well. And he beat the actual racist, the Labour candidate, where he said his favourite drink was white men's tears. He is nothing short of a disgrace. How dare you slag off your white counterparts? Thankfully, the majority of black men and women in the United Kingdom don't have the same views as him, and thank God for that. And I hope it chokes him finishing 3rd, right? Labour didn't bother in the final days and in a week to back you because they knew you were more trouble than you were worth. He's dressed like somebody out of a Sherlock Holmes novel. He's a complete and utter embarrassment. But you know what? He should be deported. He was right the first time. He should be deported for what he said. He's a racist. And racism is a two-way street, by the way. And just let you know, far lefties, of that. That's not an opinion, it's a fact. And I could give you loads of examples to back my argument and contradict yours. But I digress. And I'm a Nigel Farage fan, even though I don't agree with everything that he says. And this is a watershed moment. Lee Hansen also got a seat. Richard Tice for the first time got a seat. Rupert Lowe for the first time got a seat. So he's not going to be alone in the chamber. He's going to have, 3 other amigos to bounce off and to, interact with. So that'll be good. Nigel won so many European elections, so we'll turn up in Parliament. And it's just a great feeling. Probably the only good thing about this election, because I'm worried, especially in Wales, with who won, that Keir Starmer has become the Labour leader. And I've been warning about this on Twitter for weeks now. I just hope that Nigel can stick the boot in and stop Labour doing what they think they're capable of doing. But half the population didn't vote for Keir Starmer or Labour. There's no enthusiasm for Labour, and Labour actually, they've lost 40% of the 16 to 24s who voted Labour, and that's down since 2005. And this is the worst election turnout in nigh on 2 decades, one of the lowest in history. And that also tells you all you need to know, that nobody really wants a Labour government. Nobody wants to live in a Labour government, right? But unfortunately, because of the Tories messing up, that's what's going to happen. But it will be bad news for people in the United Kingdom. So, early warning, verbally, to you all and what Labour will do. And on the YouGov poll, about 80% of people voted only to get the Tories out. So there's no enthusiasm for a Labour government. So that's a little bit of a crumb of comfort, I suppose, if I was being generous with that. You know? And Nigel isn't a bad man, by the way. Right? He finished third I'm a Celebrity. He's shown his emotional side when one of his daughters went into the jungle. A couple of years ago on Twitter, he criticised the Tories for voting against free school meals. Yeah, you heard right. He did that on Twitter. It was on a Friday. So he does have a human side to him, despite what you hear elsewhere. You know, so yeah, it's going to be great when the first, I think it's in July the 20th, something like that, where Prime Minister's questions will be there. So that's something to look forward to. So yeah, Nigel's done what he's done. I'm pleased for him. And yeah, onwards and upwards for reform as well, because, you know, Nigel is Nigel and he's done what most people didn't expect him to do, but he did. And the people of Clacton are very lucky to have somebody who actually cares about this country. And don't forget, Nigel only put his hat in the ring a couple of weeks ago, and look what he's done. Fantastic. I love it.